Why? Two. Today we're discussing a McDonald's employee who has been charged on first degree M for stabbing the manager. Now the manager name is Jennifer Harris, RP Jennifer Harris, man. Miss Harris was the manager at the McDonald's. I believe this was in Detroit. Miss Harris was a mother of 6 kids. Now, personally, I've worked at a McDonald's. That was my first job ever, and working at a McDonald's as a manager with 6 kids, Miss Harris definitely had to be under a lot of duress. You know what I'm saying? Now, the suspect, Afeni, right here, as you can see on the screen, she made a video that's going viral. And I don't know if this occurred prior to the stabbing because it had to be, explaining that she constantly felt like she was getting bullied at the job. She felt like Miss Harris had no respect for the employees. She came in there talking to them as if they were her kids. She would constantly make jokes about taking off her belts to whoop them. And besides that, Afeni kept getting sent home early due to a lot of the negative energy she claims Jennifer was bringing into the workplace. Now, there's a lot of perspectives here you got to look at, bro. At the end of the day, I don't condone violence, so RIP to the manager. Nor is Afeni's actions justifiable. But working in customer service, there's a lot of perspectives. There's the manager's perspective. The manager is under a lot of duress. Who knows, at the end of the day, she may have been a single mother working as a manager at McDonald's with 6 kids. You not making all that much money to be able to live after paying bills. So when Afeni says she brought a lot of negative energy into the workplace and she was taught disrespectful to her workers, I can kind of see that perspective, but it still does not justify premeditation, stabbing a person. That's when you start to get a new job. That's when you look for a new McDonald's. Because I personally have worked with managers who display these characteristics and they literally bring those characteristics from home. They bring that from home, and if they're in a power position at work, they feel that they can then dominate those people, you know. But as far as being an employee at a McDonald's, bruh, Afeni needed a new job. When you look at Afeni right now on the screen, she looks like a party, happy-go-lucky lady. But then in her mugshot, you look in her eyes, there's a little bit of local, little bit of crazy. You know what I mean? So this is a lesson for all, man. Anybody that works in customer service, anybody that works in any job that's customer service, you need to have patience if you want to survive, bro. And that is a big statement to make because you need to have the utmost patience. You need to have patience with customers and you need to have patience with your employee. At the end of the day, you don't know what a person is really capable of based on a small dispute. All of this is stemming from a dispute, a small dispute. And I'm sure they had multiple disputes prior to Afeni decided that she was going to take action because in her video, she said, this needs to stop. I got stuff to take care of. I got bills to pay. She keeps sending me home early. Somebody needs to do something about this. Those were the threats being made, the thought coming about to go about, stabbing the manager. All that was being formed in this video right here, in this video. And I'm sure nobody at the job felt like Afeni had the capability to come stab the manager. She stabbed the manager multiple times. You don't know who's on edge that's coming to your job. You don't know who's on edge that you're working with. You don't know who's on edge, what they have, what they're planning, and it's all unexpected. All of this seemed like it was unexpected. I'm sure Jennifer didn't think this lady would come and stab her at the job. And this happened at the McCobb County in McDonald's in Detroit, I believe. It says the stabbing happened shortly before 8 a.m. on Thursday. The stabbing happened shortly 8 a.m. before Thursday. Officers were dispatched to the location. The girl left for 5 minutes, came back with a mask on, and stabbed the manager. Come on, man. Now she's threw away her life, took a mother from her 6 kids, and now she's gonna spend the rest of her life in prison. Anybody out there working in customer service, you watch this video, you need to have respect and patience when dealing with employees and people at your job. This can occur at any job. You don't know if this person is gonna get a gun, get a knife, a bat, attack you when you least expect it. So you need to be mindful of that working in customer service. If you don't have patience or respect, you need to work a remote job by yourself. Because at the end of the day, this can be anyone. This could be any person that works in customer service who doesn't understand I need to have patience and respect with anybody. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man.